Hello there, beautiful Scorpios. Welcome back. I hope you're doing wonderful and amazing and everything is going great for you. So for this reading, Scorpio, we're going to tap in to see what it is you need to know right now. As always, I sincerely thank you and appreciate all the support that you send my way for this channel. And so therefore, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, also for all your comments, for those that like to leave comments. All right, this is a safe space for everyone, so feel free to let me know what's going on with you, or if you'd like to just say hi, feel free to do so. Also, if you do read other people's comments in here, just be nice, kind, encouraging, and supportive. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's going on for Scorpio. We have the Hierophant here in reverse. Okay, so we definitely have a very stubborn energy here who is very strong-minded, but there could be slight kind of restrictive energy, or kind of an energy that's kind of controlling for some of you. All right, so somebody here is going through extremes here to kind of either get your attention or to kind of get you to listen or hear something. All right, so I feel like this is somebody that is unable to like either let you go, or maybe even you are unable to let somebody go. But I do get the energy that there is the habits, some like habits or patterns are like very hard to break, or unable to let go of old ways. So it almost feels like somebody here wants to kind of always have things go back to the way they were, which sometimes that's not an improvement, right? It's just kind of getting stuck. But somebody here is feeling a little guilty as well. Somebody's feeling some shame and guilt. All right, I feel like somebody here that needs to compromise has not been paying attention to what's necessary in terms of compromise. Got the Nine of Wands here in reverse. We also have the Ten of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse, we're looking at a Sagittarius energy. I feel like a lot of you here are sick and tired of the unknowns or the lack of stability, or even just the fact that you're kind of dealing with an energy that could be kind of negative or just a pessimist. Okay, in terms of a connection here, we're looking at somebody that really has the desire to want to be with you, but the way they act is very mischievous or problematic. It just feels like there's somebody here in the picture that's kind of keeps going back and forth, like unsure of what they completely want, like they're uncertain. I do feel like somebody here is a little tired and exhausted, but they may not be talking about it or expressing themselves or being honest. I do feel like, you know, for a lot of you, there's an energy here that's kind of uncertain. There's a very uncertain energy, Scorpio, that does not know what they want or what they want to do next. I do feel like this energy is kind of, you know, kind of, I don't know, pushing your limits here, or maybe you feel like your faith is being tested by the universe, because with the Ten of Cups here in reverse, you guys, again, well, not again, but we have a 9, a 10, but my point is, it's in the reverse in the sense that there's something that's struggling in the relationship. Now, somebody here needs to have some type of a reconciliation happen, sit down, a chat, a clarification. Something needs to be done in terms of knowing what direction to go next in terms of love or the relationship itself. Something does not feel complete right now. Something feels like some type of an ending is going to be either heartbreaking or has like been like heartbroken ending. But it does come to across that, you know, there's somebody here that could be looking ahead but not looking ahead with you in the picture. We could have somebody here that has children, all right, with the Ten of Cups, or the desire to even have a family with this energy, but the readiness is just not there. Somebody here is being a little dishonest about what it is that they want. They may not be completely expressing their true emotions here in terms of the relationship, all right? But there's some blockages as well, like blocked intimacy is coming up twice. Well, blocking communication is showing up here, blocking intimacy. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are not talking, because if you're talking, well, that's not blocking, you know, but that means that communication may not be as open, as honest, as how do you call it, as normal as it used to be. It's like something is changing. All right, something, like all 3 cards up here for you, Scorpio, are in the reverse, so we kind of have to pay attention to that. There's a desire to have some type of a commitment, but there's also like a lack of a commitment taking place here. Okay, I feel like there's an energy that likes to live by their own rules, but they may not be honest about that. Or I feel like there's an energy here that's just kind of feeling a little guilty because they may not be on the same page. You guys are not on the same page relationship wise. And I feel like the guilt is coming from maybe not wanting to talk about it or express it, but they're like not necessarily, they don't like, they're uncertain themselves here because they're also dealing with a lot of stuff that, you know, like they're also going through something themselves that you may actually not even know yet. I do feel like somebody here has like a passion to pursue something here, or perhaps even a passion to even have kids. All right, it's showing up here with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, but the readiness is just not there. All right, like I try not to talk about marriages, I try not to talk about pregnancies, I also try not to talk about an actual like mistresses and misters or whatever they're called. I try not to bring those into the readings because then it's like that's way too deep and that's very, you know, this is a general reading. So think of it from like discern for yourself, like as the situation applies to you. There's a desire to have the family, to have the conversations about having a family, having children, but truly I feel like somebody here, it's like it stays at the conversation level. It's not going to materialize. All right. They do not want it to materialize. All right. So something along those lines. So any kind of structure, stability, or any kind of commitment with the Hierophant, because it's a very strong commitment card, is really on pause right now. Like, okay, so be careful about this because there's some insecurities that are going to show up here very soon if they have not already, because there could be some type of doubt. All right. And so for those of you that like to seek or have answers or have clarity, you may not have all the clarity you need, but you don't need to worry your mind either. Like you don't need to think for the other person, because if there's any kind of a Ten of Cups in the reverse situation, like an ending, a completion, broken dreams, you know, whatever, there's going to be like a purpose for that. It's going to be like a blessing in disguise for some of you, but obviously, you know, there's still this Nine of Wands here. You know, there's like, you know, for some of you, if you're feeling like if you're feeling suspicious, like if you're wondering if this person could be stringing you along, or if you feel like this person is causing some doubt, like I feel like it's really important with this Nine of Wands to stand your ground, and also to kind of what was I going to say, to question people's motivations here. Like don't just be okay with something and don't just accept something here. Okay, like, so if you have suspicions, it doesn't have to be cheating or lying about somebody else, but if you have suspicions in general, I feel like you should tune in without, you know, becoming paranoid, I guess, is the thing. Skepticism is absolutely okay, but there's like a claustrophobic energy as well. And so I feel like somebody here is just not tuned in and not paying attention to what needs to be done, or what actually this person is kind of like, somebody needs to read between the lines, but they're actually not doing so. Okay. So yeah, the Knight of Swords here, and we have the Eight of Coins, you guys. So with this, the Knight of Swords, excuse me, I'm looking at an Aquarius energy here. You know, there could be some type of a sudden conversation here, but I feel like it's going to come in a peaceful way. I do feel like somebody is charging towards you, Scorpio. Somebody wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation, but it's not going to be like, oh, lovey-dovey, but it's going to be like a serious heart-to-heart. And I feel like this person here, the communication is going to come out of like nowhere. All right. And I feel like they want to talk to you about this Eight of Coins. I feel like this is somebody that really does not want to kind of let things, you know, just end or pass them by, because we have the Ten of Cups signifying an ending in some type of a relationship or disappointment. But I do feel like for a lot of you, the Knight of Swords and the combination of the Eight just tells me that somebody here is wanting to stand up and defend their beliefs and do so in a valiant way, in an honorable way, meaning that this is somebody that really wants to talk about what the heck is going on, and they want to understand where things are in terms of stability, because overthinking up here is not going to get anything, it's not going to get any results, really, is what I was going to say, because the reversal aspect, so there's like doubt, there's concerns, there's worries, there's a lot of inconsistencies. Okay. With this Eight of Coins, I do want to touch on that just a tiny bit, I do feel like Scorpio, you're around this energy that, you know, they do make you happy. I feel like, you know, there's a sense of openness in the connection here that, you know, you have valued, but there's something here that's not being talked about. There's something behind the scenes that just feels like dark or different, or kind of like hidden, almost like, you know, you almost have to actually either ask verbatim the questions you have to ask, or you almost have to go look around to see what's going on, which I don't think that's like your style. But I do feel here that, you know, you're willing to put in some time and effort and diligence in achieving something, because this is signifying that, you know, you and them have the desire to have a conversation, but the conversations may be about different things, which could become an annoyance because you may still not be on the same page when you're talking about specific things, but at least like we're gonna figure it out. Like at least we're gonna clear the air, okay? Because the Knight of Swords talks about communicating or getting over an argument or finding solutions to things, but the solutions are gonna require hard work. They're just not gonna be talked about. They need to actually be actioned. Right? So if something is not being actioned, it's going to become very frustrating here with this Eight of Coins energy. All right. There's a lot of passion. A lot of passion shows up here with this Eight of Coins, but passion to do the work is necessary. Okay. Not the passion for the person, but the work. And it's upsetting. It's upsetting that, well, it's not upsetting, but it almost feels like frustrating, because the work and effort that's necessary to build or have something grow is going to be a path. Okay. So the path needs to be walked, and, you know, scenery needs to be painted, and, you know, block by block, things need to be built. And so as you see here, this lady, this red hair, is not happy, but, you know, they are being put to work, or they are being told they're being like, you know, they're working on something that they may not necessarily care to work for, or it's going to be hard, like a lot of effort. Okay. And so somebody here is feeling a little salty about that, and somebody here is just like really thinking about, well, hey, wait a minute, I enjoy your time, I enjoy being with you, Scorpio, and everything else, but I'm kind of a little upset or frustrated, and I feel like there's some type of a boredom also taking place. So if things feel like different or quiet, or things just shifting a little bit here or there, especially with this Nine of Wands in the reverse, like be mindful about what's going on without being paranoid. All right. So because this card can cause paranoia, but it's okay to question the motivation. All right. I do feel like, you know, you're around an energy here that's not necessarily inconsistent, but uncertain. All right. Uncertain of the final, like there isn't a final thing, but they're uncertain of the next big thing. All right. So let's see here. We have the Temperance also showing up in the reverse. All right. This is a Sagittarius energy, you guys. With this Sagittarius energy, I do feel like here, you know, at some point the opposites attracted, and it was a very great jelly, you know, like gelled up stuff, like, you know, kind of, oh, everything is blended well. But in the reverse, you know, there's a little extra of something going on, like maybe just kind of lacking perspective for some of you. Somebody's not seeing things for what they're meant to be. And it, you know, as much as you're gonna like not believe me, you could look it up, but the Temperance is the number 14, and if you reduce 1 and 4, you add them, it becomes a 5, and the 5 is the Hierophant right here. Okay, so this is the 5, so it literally reduces to the 5. All right. And so Scorpio, I feel like, you know, commitment is a really big problem here, and I feel like maybe some of you have like old-fashioned approach to things. All right, maybe a lot of you you know, like things like you have traditional values. A lot of you maybe are trying to build or start new traditions of your own with this energy, or just in your life. And then the Temperance energy is just saying maybe there's just a little extra, too much of everything is taking place all at once. All right. And I feel like maybe here, honestly, Scorpio, please don't get upset, but it does feel like maybe somebody is more invested in the situation than the other person. Maybe somebody's putting a little bit more extra work than the other person, and it's starting to kind of become annoying or frustrating. Again, frustrations is showing up here, okay? But there's also a lot of work that's being done. And when I say work effort or approach, just somebody's doing a little more than the other person. All right. And it feels like also there's somebody that one person cares more than the other about everything that's going on, or some of the things. It's just that there's no equal reciprocity for you. So, or at least for you in this relationship. So the balance here is lacking. All right. There's an actual imbalance, if you will, believe it or not. So I guess the thing is, there's more to things than meets the eye. Like, it just feels like, you know, the willingness to listen needs to happen, like, so that things can like evolve or improve. And if the listening or the change is not happening, or somebody's just being in their own energy a little too much, then that's also a sign. All right. So yeah, Page of Cups here. Definitely somebody interested here. Scorpio, you're showing up. This is your card. I feel like it's you maybe that's a little interested here. Expect some type of communication to happen between you and this person. But be careful here, because I do feel like, you know, you don't want to kind of overpromise or underdeliver. More than anything is underdelivering. But equally, I feel like, you know, communicating your feelings here is only going to go so far. All right, because I do feel like you're dealing with a very sensitive soul to some degree, but there could be, you know, some things about you and this person and the connection that's a little surprising. A lot of you here, there's just multiple uncertainties and unknowns, and it feels like there's multiple experiences that have kind of taken place in your life, with or without this person, and also in their life. So everybody's bringing in their own life experience into this, because the page is usually at the experience level that's building up. So I feel like there's a message of love that needs to be communicated here, but I'm not sure how well it's going to land. Okay, 1 second. All right, I am back. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands here in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so, and then the bottom of the deck, we also have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's work that needs to be done, and I feel like, Scorpio, you're going to need to stand your ground and also work with your inner strength here, because there could be something here that's going to be extremely unfair that's going to take place or is taking place. You may not be getting treated fairly. You may be put in tough competition. Competition actually is showing up twice, and it can cause some arguments. Somebody could put you in a place where you're going to be jealous or make you jealous, intentionally or not here. There's just some kind of unnecessary drama taking place. We do have a Leo energy with this Five of Wands in reverse. And I feel like somebody here is really trying to avoid conflict. Okay, so somebody's trying to like offer solutions or fix something or talk about something or resolve something, but there's just some type of conflict that's really kind of like overshadowing the entire situation right now. And I feel like for a lot of you here, there's somebody that's is unable to like let go. Okay, unable to let go of the energy, unable to let go of the situation, the feeling. But you're gonna like end up wanting to defend yourself, or feel like you're gonna have to defend yourself. And I'm not sure, you know, it's going to be up to you what you decide. You know, it's your choice. But I feel like, if again, we have suspicions, and then here we have doubts, right? So I feel like major flag here to kind of pay attention, because if things are being done that are like going to sabotage the relationship, or if it feels like somebody's trying to sabotage, or if it feels like your person is not as invested as they may want to be, or as much as, like, you need to pick up on that. Like, you need to like wake up to that, because right now, you know, the Gemini energy here with this communication is going to be the biggest blockage here. And there's some things that are causing you a little worry and concern. And I feel like for a lot of you, you know, this person could be a parent. And I feel like some of you as well, you know, there could be something else taking place with this person or in their life, like something extra is going on, something that's causing a little bit of a struggle. Somebody's feeling trapped. Okay, somebody's feeling trapped, but I also feel like somebody's unable to move forward. So I feel like with this Knight, you know, Knight of Swords here, it feels like somebody wants to fix something and achieve something, but it's not going to lead, the kind of work or whatever is going to be talked about is not going to lead to immediate solutions that are going to happen right away. It does feel to me, though, that there's a little bit of a feistiness taking place, like a little bit of a fire taking place here, fiery energy. But compromise is necessary. So the Hierophant here in the reverse, we started, and it's in the reverse. It's like, don't want to compromise. Don't tell me what to do. You know, I want to do my own thing, kind of, you know, this is not, I don't want to get married. I don't want to do traditional stuff. And then here with the Five of Wands, I'm coming in and I'm saying, okay, well, we might have to respect each other's differences. We don't see things eye to eye in that sense. But we don't need to argue and fight over it. Let's look at how, like, let's let time decide. All right. And so time is what this person's asking for. Time to heal, time to decide, time to do something. I do feel like the biggest concern, though, really with this Nine of Swords here, Okay, the biggest thing I would want to say is, you know, even though apologies are going to come through for you, Scorpio, or you may feel like the need to apologize, there could be more stuff with this energy and this person, like life traumas, life problems, life issues, life, like teaching them a lesson or two. So if they're apprehensive, if they're concerned, or if they have doubts, or if they're changing their mind about something, it could be like not a result of you, but a result of something of their past that they need to also work on. But in terms of like where things are right now and what it is you need to know, it just feels like there's going to be a lot of work ahead here very soon, especially if you are deciding that this is something that you want to pursue with this person. Now, this is somebody that, again, I think you know them, you're okay with, you know, like things are good, but there's no relationship foundation just yet. It's like it feels like it's being built upon, and so there's a lot of unknowns, a lot of uncertainties, but you're in love here, Scorpio. You feel like you like this person quite a bit, but you're gonna need to stand your ground. You gotta like really look this way and stand your ground. Put in the work that you need to do. Put in the work for yourself, for your own self. Put in the work, like, you know, be brave, be strong, you're confident. All right, you're a warrior. You're coming through as a warrior. What you don't see, it's not going to bother you, but you do need to see the things that you do see that bother you. You want to make sure that you're kind of like, it feels like almost like you're working towards building a foundation with this energy, and the commitment is going to be there. But because I feel like you do come across with compassion, like I said, this is a Scorpio card. Your compassion is very strong and present, and you're very generous romantically, but you're also some type of a dreamer. All right, and I feel like we're dealing with sensitive souls here. All right, so somebody's emotions may not be shown a whole lot or maybe expressed a whole lot, but they're actually there, and I feel like that's you. Like you do have what you have to offer, and it may not be much, for example, and it could be like sometimes you're not paying attention, looking which way you gotta go, but you have to pay attention and look which way you gotta go, because you're gonna really have to stand your ground on some things. All right, like it almost feels like you're trying to make an offer, or an offer is being put out there, but it's being heard, but it's just heard and talked about, but there's no finalities and there's no conclusions, and it just, things are still left open, you know, things are just still kind of open. All right, so let's see what messages come out for you and this person towards one another. And again, you could be together or not. Okay, these are thoughts, feelings, or emotions, whatever it is as it applies to you. All right, so we have, my spirit's always with you. Can you feel me, and do you still love me? Or do you still love me too? Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. So yeah, again, I feel like this hurt is kind of showing up in the second row right here. Yeah, because it almost feels like you're not on the same page. I am working on myself so I can give you the love and relationship you deserve. And what else do we need to know or see or hear for Scorpio? Okay, shuffle. All right. Oh, well, I shuffled everything in the root. What? Why did this happen? This is what happens when you have cats. Okay, I think we got it right. Let's see here. Yes, I am blaming it on the cats because she was on my desk earlier. Oh my gosh. I have been here before with others. This could be that, you know, trauma stuff we're talking about. Could be about you or them, actually. I couldn't tell you face to face. And I know we have a soul connection. All right, Scorpio. So let me know what your thoughts are and how things are going for you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I will be doing a giveaway soon. You'll probably have to be subscribed to see me in your feed. I'll be posting everything in the communities tab here real soon. I'm going to start communicating with everyone just strictly through communities tab. I'm probably not going to be commenting as much anymore. That way, you know, I keep things focused on you guys in the comments. So yeah, let me know, and don't forget to, again, what was I going to say? Oh, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe again and again and again. All right. And if I'm speaking fast and all that, you know what? Fine, because guess what? Today's one of those days I'm speaking fast, all right? Don't get upset and come here with all your, like, energy telling me, let me be, let me talk. Sometimes I'm not this chatty. All right. Final word for you here, Scorpio. Your word is passion, okay? So if you'd like to let me know you stayed with me till the very end, and I thank you so much and love you for it, type the word passion in the comment section if you'd like. or if you'd like to claim the reading. All right. And your message is turn your fear of change into excitement for change. Exactly. All right. Well, Scorpio, love you so much. Thank you for your time. See you later.